Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about past tense and present perfect tense. In this lesson, we will find out the difference between the two tenses. 我哋今日會睇下過去時態同埋現在完成時態之間嘅分別。The simple past tense. When do we want to use the simple past tense? We use the simple past tense to talk about what happened at a definite time in the past. Here are some expressions to show a definite time in the past. Yesterday, or yesterday something, like yesterday evening. Last something, for example, last night, last month, or some time ago, for example, 2 months ago. In something, for example, in the year 1990. When, for example, when I was young, or when I was 3 years old. The present perfect tense. There are 3 forms of the present perfect tense. First, in a statement, it is formed by the word has or have plus the past participle of the verb. For example, has seen or have seen, has sung or have sung, has gone or have gone. For example, you have lived in Hong Kong for 8 years. The second form is in a question. It is formed by the word has or have plus a subject plus the past participle of a verb. For example, have you traveled to the USA before? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. The third form is in a negation. It is formed by the word has or have plus not plus the past participle of a verb. For example, Peter has not traveled to the USA before. Now, a question for you. When do you use has and when do you use have? When do we use the present perfect tense? The essential meaning of the present perfect is linking the past to the present, no matter how short or long it is. In other words, no matter when an action or state started in the past, we use the present perfect if it still has something to do with the present. Take an example. Let's say someone lived in Hong Kong in the past and still lives in Hong Kong. So it's an action or state that occurred in the past but is still happening now. So we use the present perfect tense. Therefore, the present perfect tense is used in the following conditions. 1. An action or state that occurred in the past and continues to the present. For example, I have lived in Hong Kong for 8 years. This shop has been here since 1990. Second, the results of an action or state still applies to the present. For example, I have lost my key. Peter has broken his leg. Number 3 is an experience, usually together with the words once, twice, or how many times, and before. For example, I've traveled to the United States 3 times. The students have never tried this before. Fourth condition, an action happened without the definite past time. For example, I've done my work. It doesn't say exactly when I did my work. 2 points to note. 1. Never mention the finished time with the present perfect tense. For example, I have been to Tokyo once, meaning I do not want to focus on the time. I went to Tokyo last year. Do not say, I have been to Tokyo last year, because you already mentioned last year, which is a definite point in time. 2. Do not mix up the simple past tense with the present perfect tense. Here are some illustration between the difference between the simple past tense and the present perfect tense. The simple past tense. 1. There's usually an exact finish time for the action. For example, Jenny bought the fish yesterday. When did Jenny buy the fish? Yesterday. 2. The action started and finished in the past. For example, last week I was sick, but now I'm not. So you say, I was sick, but I am not now. For the present perfect tense, 1. There's no exact finish time for the action. For example, Jenny has bought a fish. When did Jenny buy the fish? We do not know. 2. The action started in the past and continues up to the present. For example, last week I was sick, now I am still sick. So you say, I have been sick for a week. Here is a list of occasions listing when we should use the simple past tense and when we should use the present perfect tense. 1. For simple past tense, when we do not want to connect the past action with the present. For example, Tom caught a cold 2 days ago, but he is well again now. For the present perfect tense, when we want to talk about the present results of a past action. For example, Paul is ill, he has caught a cold, meaning he caught a cold some time ago and he is still ill now. Two, simple past tense, with from, to, begin, and, etc., to report something that happened within the specific period of time in the past. For example, we lived in Wan Chai from 1973 to 1982. Then we moved to Sha Tin and lived there until my father bought a house in Tai Po. Compare that with this. We have lived in Sha Tin for a year, and we are still there now. With the present perfect tense, with for and since, when we talk about something that started in the past and continues up to the present. For example, my grandpa is in hospital. He has been ill for a few days, or he has been ill since last week. 3. For simple past tense, we often use the simple past tense with words or phrases which refer to a time in the past, such as yesterday, 3 days ago, last summer, in 2005, etc. We do not use the present perfect with these words or phrases. So, when you say he has come home yesterday, that's wrong. And if you say he came home yesterday, that's correct. 3. For present perfect tense, we often use the present perfect tense with adverbs such as yet, just, ever, never, or already. So when you say, I finished my homework already, that's wrong. And if you say, I have finished my homework already, that's correct. Practice session. For the following, read the first sentence, then decide whether simple past or present perfect tense should be used in the second part. Stop the video for a moment while you fill in the blanks, and when you've finished, resume play and the answers will be displayed. Here are the answers for 1 to 7. 1. My brother is out of town. He has gone to Shanghai. 2. I can't borrow books from the library right now. I have lost my library card. 3. I met Wendy 2 days ago. She looked great. 4. The old church was no longer there. They pulled it down soon after you left Hong Kong for Australia. 5. Anita's brother is a DJ. He has been on a job for 2 years now. 6. My uncle works in a trading firm. He has got a job through an employment agency. 7. I'm sorry I didn't call you earlier. I did not know you were in Hong Kong. For 8 to 15 below, do the same thing. Fill in the blanks with the simple past tense or the present perfect tense. Stop the video now while you do the exercise, and when you're finished, resume play and the answers will be displayed. Here are the answers for 8 to 15. 8. I don't think Paul knows my brother. They have not met each other before. 9. The patient is still weak. He has not eaten anything since yesterday. 10. Mr. Tam isn't in his office. He has just left for lunch. 11. I wonder how Pauline is going on. We have not heard from her for days. 12. Janet and Lily are close friends. They first met at John's birthday party about 5 years ago. 13. I'm sorry I'm late. I've been to the dentist. 14. I haven't had a chance to tell Danny. He was here this morning, but he did not stay long. 15. I don't know what the place is like. I've not been there. More exercise. Complete the following using the present perfect or simple past tense. Use the verb in the brackets. Stop the video to do the exercise, and when you've finished, resume play to see the answers. Here are the answers to the exercise. This is the end of the lesson on simple past tense and present perfect tense. Goodbye.